Probably can, yeah. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the National Veterans Memorial Museum. We're here at the red carpet for our next installment of Veteran Voices downtown at the museum. And I'm standing next to Rod Lurie, the director of the Outpost, that's the theme of tonight's Veteran Voices. Rod, we know you're a veteran. We know you went to West Point,
right?
And you were a film critic and now a movie director, amongst other things.
It's the logical progression.
Right.
From the military to becoming a movie critic. You can be a movie critic and become a filmmaker, but not usually, soldier to a film critic.
So we're talking about the Outpost all night here tonight. But some people might not know what other films that you've directed.
I directed a movie called The Contender with Jeff Bridges and Joan Allen. They both got nominated for the Academy Award. Last Castle, a military film with Robert Redford, and a movie called Resurrecting the Champ. I had a TV series called Commander-in-Chief. But I think probably my proudest work is The Outpost, which is what we're here to talk about tonight.
Right. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about The Outpost and how did you get selected to be the director? Or did you have to...
You know what? I'm going to tell you the truth about that. First of all, can I just say something?
Yeah.
Anybody who has not been to this museum, it is unbelievably fucking beautiful. This is really an amazing place.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I'm just stunned by how beautiful it is. So congratulations on that.
Thanks, Rod.
How did I come to be on the Outpost? I promise you this is the right answer. A lot of other people said no. There were other directors before me, and there was in particular Sam Raimi was originally going to do the film, and I think he just felt that that he didn't have not what it takes. He didn't have sort of the military knowledge, and he didn't feel right to directing the film.
Right.
And he was going to produce it. He invited me to direct it, and he had to walk away from the project for whatever reason. And his head of development, Paul Merriman, decided he was going to try to get it set up elsewhere. He brought it to a company called Millennium, and they hired us to make the film. They paid for it.
Well, they made the right choice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
The film has been widely acclaimed for its realistic setting of that time during war in Afghanistan. And I know you had some particulars that you wanted to get across in making the movie about the veteran experience. So talk about that for a sec.
Well, that's really maybe the most important thing. And in fact, one of my conditions, I'm going to put quotation marks around that, for making the film was that we hire as many veterans to be in the film as possible. So there are many, many people in lead roles in the film that had combat experience. And one of the actors, Daniel Rodriguez, is playing himself in the movie, and and he relived what he went through on October 3rd. And it was just very important to have as many veterans involved with the film as possible. So there are a lot of advisors on this set. A dude named Jericho Denman, who's here tonight.
Talking to him tonight.
He was our technical advisor. He did an amazing job. Ty Carter, who the film is essentially about, was also there to tell us, no, I opened it with my right hand as opposed to my left hand. And,
We
got down to that level of minutia. But the real goal for us was not so much that veterans would watch the film, because it's difficult for some of them to do it. But that they would tell their families, their girlfriends, their wives, their husbands even, watch this film and you'll understand what I went through. I can't describe it. So here is what it was. And that's what and honestly, I think for all of you out there who have to be watching this, if you've not seen The Outpost, which I guess you can get on iTunes and Amazon Prime now, just left Netflix for a period of time.
Yesterday.
Yeah, it'll be back in a year. If you watch this film, I think you will understand what people went through over there. In this case, it's all men, but a lot of women were involved in a conflict, and you'll see what they all went through.
Got it. Well, if you guys have questions or comments, be sure to add those. If you have anything for the cast and crew that we could answer, or send it over to Rod. But we're getting ready to start Veteran Voices here in just a little bit, and it's going to be a remarkable evening to talk about The Outpost.
Thank you.
From the people who lived it and brought it into everyone else's story, basically, to give them that sense of what it was.
And thank you for inviting us.
Absolutely.
I mean, this place is really amazing. You guys got to come and check it out. It's worth a destination trip. I promise you.
Thanks, Rod.